walk me through the last couple of years since you last played in a game, which, by the way, was the Super Bowl. So walk me through it, Ndamukong.
So Super Bowl, I believe that was 55 or 57, excuse me, because we won 55. But yeah, I was with the Eagles. Amazing game. Obviously, other than losing, Magic Mahomes came back and had to make history, for lack of better words. But honestly, I've had opportunities to go back to the NFL over the last 2 years. I've had multiple teams reach out, and it just didn't make sense to me. Leaving my boys, leaving my wife, being gone for 10 hours of the day, people don't understand the grind of what that goes through. It was really just something that I didn't really have interest in going back and doing. And then obviously through that process, one of the main reasons why I decided to make my announcement on July 12th was because I lost my dad July 12th, 2024. And he had asked me many, many times to retire, spend time with him, and with my family and boys. And so that was the reason why I chose that date, because I originally wasn't planning on ever announcing it. So that was the genesis in paying homage to my father from that perspective. And I love my mom to death, and she's a huge part of my life as well. But I get to talk to her thankfully every single day.
Right.
Yeah, tough times, but it was very refreshing to be able to share with the world, to say the least.
Right. And so obviously you were able to share time with your dad then before his passing. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it was a lot of time with him, and seeing the debilitating situation he had to deal with was very tough, but I wanted to be there by his side. And in football, as he said many times, you've accomplished everything. And I know you wanted a second ring because you want your boys to have to share one, but unfortunately they will share one, and they'll have to go get their own rings.
That's it. That's right, for sure. How old are they, your boys?
My boys are twins that are 4 years old. They don't look like they're four. They're 4 feet tall, and Kingston's 55 pounds. The last time he weighed in, Kari's a skinny big guy. He's about 50-ish pounds.
Okay.
No, they got their mom's 6 foot, and I'm no small guy.
I'm aware of that. So you're raising interior linemen? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. My boys were not. They will have to beg me to play football.
Why is that? Why is that?
Man, I think you know this. Obviously, been around so many greats. You just have to have a mentality and a grind to you, and just you got to be a little bit off to play football in a positive manner. And not saying my boys don't have that and won't have that in their future, but it's not something I'm going to push on them by any means. And then selfishly, we love basketball. We've got family that are head coaches in the NBA and coaches all over the league that we love being in and around. They love the game, and I love soccer. I grew up around it. My dad would be elated if they were soccer players and playing in the EPL and whatnot. And ultimately it's their decision. But I think they would have to beg me to go play football. So that's just kind of my view right now.
And Ndamukong, I'm going to go here with you on this front. And I've always been able to have honest conversations with you. How's that for a wind up? What are your names of your boys? Ndamukong? What are their names?
Kingston and Kari.
All right, Kingston and Corey. Is that what you said?
Kari.
Okay. So one day they're going to be able to Google Dad. Okay.
Yep.
My kids are now the age of Googling me and asking me questions. What will you tell those boys if they ever come up to you and say, Dad, why were you voted the most dirty player and least liked player in the NFL by your peers? How will you answer that question one day, Ndamukong?
I've never thought about that, but it's a great question. And I think for my boys, if I were to answer that question now, and it depends on obviously the context and those different things, I would just say, man, everybody makes mistakes. And did I let that define me as a human and my character, and let alone my play? Absolutely not. And you'll make mistakes in life, no different than any other human that played sports or didn't play sports. And so just don't let those mistakes define you, and stay true to your character.
Well, I mean, the way you comport yourself and the way you live your life is completely different from that person. Did you flip a switch? Did something happen? Do you need to have that in order to play the level that you played at, Ndamukong?
Yeah, I think yes, and I disagree with coaches, especially when they say, "Hey, you can't just flip a switch and go on the football field and be successful in those different things. And I disagree with that. You for sure flip a switch when you get between those white lines because your mentality and your focus. And I like Steven Jackson, like close friend. He was a running back, played for the St. Louis Rams. I told him, and he told me, guess what? We are not friends between these white lines. You're wearing a different colored jersey. I'm by no means trying to hurt you, but I'm going to impose my will against you because you're trying to beat me and I'm trying to beat you. And that's just part of the game. And so as you understand those different things and understand that competition level and you be elite, that's just the way of the game.
All right. I mean, I remember Brian Dawkins, a Hall of Famer. And I'm imagining he might be in Canton this weekend celebrating. He would call himself the idiot man, that he would put on the eye black and he'd be a different person. He would transform, and go out on the field. And sometimes you need to do that. And Steven Jackson's a sweetheart. Like, you ever meet him, he's just one of the nicest guys. So of all the people for you to choose and just say he would bow up at me, meaning you, and your size and say that to you, it just gives you a sense of the competition and what you need to work yourself into, And
if you back to flipping the switch, I look at it like this, and I know coaches are saying it from the context of saying, hey, you can't just turn it on and off because I want you to practice hard and I want you to do these different things. Well, guess what?
Right.
For my type of talent and the type of talent that you see as generational and cornerstone of your team and all these different things, if I'm running at 1,000 miles per hour in full throttle in practice, guess what? Somebody's getting hurt. And that is not, you have to have the tools and the understanding to play and practice at a high level, but you take it up 2 or 3 notches when you're on that football field and it's live bullets, for lack of a better word.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.